In this episode, I will tell you about some very powerful phrases and words to defeat narcissism. You've probably felt that during your relationship with a narcissist, you were almost invisible or not seen at all, as if you didn't exist in the first place, and you were neglected by someone you once thought was very important in your life. Dealing with a manipulative and deceitful person can be very exhausting, but don't lose hope or despair because there are indeed ways to regain control over yourself and protect yourself from the toxins of narcissism. Thank you very much for your support. If you find this content helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for helping to share this message with those who can benefit from it. The first word, which is considered one of the most powerful words to impact narcissists, is no. For a narcissistic person, just hearing the word no can be extremely destructive. It makes the narcissist feel weak, marginalized, and overwhelmed with emotions that they are not accustomed to dealing with while pursuing their goals. Narcissists may use tactics such as threats, intimidation, and manipulation to achieve their goals with you. Nevertheless, it is crucial for you to defend yourself and use your voice to say no when necessary. You should know that refusing a request from the narcissist is your right, and you should never give it up. If you find yourself uncomfortable and the narcissist continues to pressure you, it is best to try to remove yourself from the situation. If you feel that there is a danger from the narcissist, you should act accordingly. You have every right to set boundaries for yourself and say no. Don't let the narcissist make you feel guilty for doing so. Dealing with a narcissist can be extremely exhausting, especially when they refuse to reach a resolution and ignore your point of view. It's always a constant competition for them, and winning is their sole goal, which can be very tiring for you. Remember that this is a mental battle, and the best way to defend yourself in it is to follow your instincts and feelings. Don't let narcissistic behavior control your reactions. You need to assert yourself and show that you are not under the narcissist's control or influence. The narcissist needs to understand that you are not under their control, and you should know that interacting with a narcissist can be a challenge, especially if they are insistent on controlling you. Despite all of this, you should remember that you are in control of your boundaries and yourself. It's essential to make the narcissist understand that they cannot control you. What I'm saying may be challenging for some people, but it is necessary for your mental and emotional well-being, and it's crucial that you do this calmly and confidently. Let the narcissist know that you won't allow them to use you, and that you expect to be treated the way you treat them. Also, be aware that defending your rights and yourself doesn't necessarily mean creating problems with others. When you set and communicate your boundaries clearly, you can earn their respect, including the narcissist, whether they like it or not. It's best for you not to respond to requests from the narcissist that don't align with you, no matter how they react to you. The second word is I don't care. The phrase I don't care can be a very powerful response to a narcissist because they constantly need validation of their strength and control. They are willing to go to great lengths to seek this validation. Staying in a relationship with a narcissist can be exhausting, but the phrase, I don't care, can potentially stop the narcissist in their tracks. Despite being a simple phrase, it can be a powerful blow to the narcissist's self-esteem because their self-worth depends on external validation. Hearing I don't care can be so devastating that it may convey that they don't even exist in the first place. It's incredibly challenging to understand why narcissists desperately need constant validation of their personality and identity. This is because they lack a sense of self or identity and rely heavily on external validation to feel like they've accomplished something in life. Without this external validation, narcissists often don't feel like they exist at all. The statement that follows is when you tell the narcissist that they need to take responsibility for themselves. One of the things that can be very frustrating is when you encounter someone who refuses to admit their mistakes. However, it's essential to understand that acknowledging mistakes is a fundamental step in learning and progressing in life. You cannot control the actions of others, but you can control your own actions and maintain positive relationships. You need to be mindful of your behavior when dealing with others. When you are dealing with a narcissist who refuses to admit their mistakes and take responsibility, you need to have confidence in yourself and your actions. You should believe that you have not done anything wrong and that it is the narcissist who is behaving improperly. This is important to handle the narcissist's attempts to shift blame away from themselves or make you feel guilty for holding them accountable for their wrongdoings. It is essential to stand your ground at this point and confidently tell the person that they must take responsibility for their actions. It may require some strength and courage on your part, but it is necessary to maintain healthy boundaries and normal relationships. You must acknowledge to yourself that the situation and the behavior are not your responsibility. You are not connected to the narcissist's wrong actions. Let them know that you have no involvement in the matter. This can be a highly effective way to maintain your self-confidence and boundaries. Never allow the narcissist to affect your self-esteem, no matter what. Don't let the actions and behaviors of the narcissist distract you from your goals, and don't allow the narcissist to make your life revolve around their presence. Focus on your priorities. In cases where you are dealing with a narcissist, admitting fault or taking responsibility may be seen as an attack on their authority and control. But you should be aware that the situation is not as they perceive it. Taking responsibility is a personal matter. Narcissists rely on others to divert attention from their problems, but this is a temporary solution for them. To truly overcome their problems, they must face them directly. The sentence that follows is, when you tell the narcissist, "You are not enough." A narcissist can be very exhausting in a relationship because they are constantly seeking attention and validation. They always brag about themselves and believe they are perfect. However, the phrase, "you are not enough," can be a highly effective way to pierce their narcissism and challenge it from within. When you say this to a narcissist, it shatters all their illusions and makes them confront the reality they are trying to escape. It forces them to realize and face the truth that their importance is not as they perceive it, which can be devastating to their ego, even if they try to ignore the criticisms directed at them. The narcissist constantly tries to hide their feelings of insecurity and vulnerability through a facade of confidence and superiority. Even if they try to ignore your words, they cannot prevent themselves from suffering from their feelings of inadequacy and low self-worth. The word that follows is, when you tell the narcissist, "You are not aware or don't understand." Maintaining a relationship with a narcissist can be very harmful because they avoid facing their own reality and personal flaws. Although it may be difficult, it is necessary to prioritize honesty in all relationships, even with narcissists, to live positively and respect yourself. It is essential to confront the facts directly. When you feel bothered by a narcissistic person's personality, tell them that they probably don't understand the truth or that they have misunderstood themselves. At the same time, always be prepared for their possible reactions because they may become depressed and even seek revenge when confronted. The word that comes after is when you tell the narcissist, "You are wrong." Narcissists react with extreme anger and mockery when confronted with any criticism of their actions. When you attempt to convince a narcissist that they are wrong about something specific, their reaction can be even more violent because they are afraid of exposing their true selves. Additionally, narcissists have a strong resistance to admitting their mistakes, and they may try to belittle your worth. Narcissists may respond with anger and defiance when faced with the truths that reveal their mistakes, even though they are the ones who committed those mistakes. No one is without mistakes or faults, but in normal relationships, people are willing to address their mistakes and try to improve themselves while avoiding repeating those mistakes. This is fundamental in relationships. Keep in mind that you must learn to maintain your composure in the face of any negative reaction from the narcissist when you criticize or confront them about their mistakes. Although you may sometimes feel the urge to change the narcissist or their way of thinking, it is very difficult, if not impossible, to achieve. Try to have sources of support while in a relationship with a narcissist that can help and empower you to deal with them. Seek advice from a specialist or therapist when dealing with a narcissist. And remember that you are not alone in dealing with a narcissistic person. Your ability to overcome them is possible with a reasonable amount of knowledge that will help you protect yourself and your life from narcissistic harm. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you found it helpful. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions regarding the channel, feel free to write them in a comment. If you have any advice or ideas to help me improve the channel, please send them to me.